this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, Peterson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
We can't have that.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Kyle Rudolph.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up second.
Now a run with Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
To Dalvin Cook. A gain of 7 yards. And it's
3rd and long for Cousins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Sean McCoy, the ball.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 46.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's now
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
The 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ndamukong Suh in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
But the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3-and-out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And now running right through it. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll take 6. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down now, it's Tate. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Eric Kendricks.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And a good tackle there right around the 30, stops him short of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set.
Good. Makes the score. Buccaneers.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game. Points out of this drive relatively quickly. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. His throw incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll keep it on the ground. Tate. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Bucks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Gay's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st down, Vikings.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
Cousins pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
It's a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Tajae Sharpe with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again to Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. First down and much more here for Jones as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Cousins. This one right back into the hands of Jefferson. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Cousins to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
I'm going to show you, man.
And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
The onside kick recovered by...
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tampa Bay, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.